School shout out my partner KHAO, man. Yeah. Hey, we back at it. Mathematics. Hey, let's go. Hey. I just put the roof in the trunk so they looking, y'all. KHAO did the beat so they motherfucking drippin'. I gave you niggas sauce like a boss, so you drippin'. I ain't trippin', I just had to introduce you to the different vibe. Hey, you can't have your chicken till I'm done with her. I just hit the club and have fun with her. You can't have your chicken till I'm done with her. I just hit the club and have fun with her. Yeah, grew up and I ain't playing with people.
What's up, man? It's your boy Big Ant, man, from Salt, man. We finna get right in the court. We right here with KHAO, man.
Yo, what's happening? What's happening?
Yeah, I wanna, first of all, we'll start off with the first question, man. Did you feel it was necessary to move from Montgomery to Atlanta to be successful?
Man, you know what? Well, first off, it's been a long time to make it up. It's good to meet you and get over with you face to face. And man, you know, thank you for your persistence. Making sure that we get all in sync. But man, to answer your question, to be real, you gotta think the time frame when we were doing things. It was still an era to where, for one, independent artists were being frowned upon. You know what I mean? In that era, you had to be a major artist, and if not, they just didn't care. So you had that going, and then the fact of nobody from the city had actually just took off at that point. So, you know, I think really and truthfully, yeah, it had to be that because it's easy to get caught in our own bubble. You know what I mean? Because our crews, like we've been doing this since day one. You know, like even before. You know, and what's crazy is when we started in Alabama, it was straight hip hop. I'm talking about Roughnecks, Fat Rats, you know what I mean, Blood Brothers, our crew, Crumb Snatchers, and we was all just doing our thing, and we were just fans of all kinds of music.
Because when I was younger, man, I used to look up to y'all with music. I was like, dang, I want to do that. Y'all inspired me to start doing music. You get what I'm saying? So that's a big thing for to be here with you today. Actually, question. The second question is, do you feel the game, the music game is going in the right direction, or do you think it's missing something?
You know, that's a broad question. We could talk about how the music industry is going business-wise or creative-wise. I mean, technically, business-wise, it's a huge shift because everything is viral. Now, we went from selling records to trying to get so many streams to make something happen. Where before, 1 million sales would get you platinum. Now, you got to make over 220 million streams to make $1 million. So it's a lot of different things. On the aspect of the sound of music, to be honest with you, I think that the reason why I even stepped back heavy in was because I felt like there was stuff missing in it. You know what I mean? I feel like the South, we have made such a major mark, especially with trap music and the contributions that we've done in the game. Now trap music is everything. It's in country, it's in everything. So, but it's also led into, you got New York artists sounding like they from Decatur, and you got artists in LA sounding like they from Bankhead. So it's also created a feel to where everything is South. So, you know, I was like, you know what, I wanted to get back and really start creating some heat and bringing some different flavors in as well, and pull all these top artists in and put them on records that's different to kind of jumpstart things. Because at the same time, I mean, you know, I think that was just the need, you know, because we don't want to drain our sound out. If everybody on it, it's gonna get old. You know, so it's like we gotta do something.
Because I always said, you know, we was on live, man. I said we was talking, and I was like, man, you always had like the sound was different. Is it like when you producing, is a certain sound you go to that you know that kind of put a stamp on your beats and let everybody know like this is mine? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, when I'm doing tracks, bro, it really depends on what I'm knocking out. So what I mean by that is if I'm doing, let's say I'm doing an R&B record, then I may use sounds I never used on any other record. I did that because when we were coming up and just knocking out records, in order to get on multiple projects, I didn't want to be the guy that had the same sound.
Yeah.
Because I knew, like, no offense to any producer, but producers that have their signature sound, they're only going to get so many placements on a project, and the project's going to sound alike.
Yeah.
So I always focused on diversifying myself to where I can do multiple records, and you wouldn't even know until you get a KHAO tag, like, oh, that's K. And a lot of people gave me heat about that at first, like saying, man, where your sound at? I'm like, my sound is whatever the record needs to be. Because that's a true producer. I may hear an artist, and I'm not about cookie cutting. To me, that's not producing. If I'm like, hey, you rap, okay, I'm gonna give you something that sound like Zaytoven and this, like Zay is the homie, but that's their sound. You know what I mean? So my thing is, no, I'm gonna listen to your vocals, hear your sound, see where I can take you and create something just for you. So you know what I mean? That's
my last question too, man. Like, I know you got the hit single. I want you to tell everybody about the hit single you got out now and what you got in the near future. What's coming out for KHAO?
Man, look here. So the single right now, Scared of Us. T.I., Joyner Lucas, myself, my brother Jay Morris, Gray. Like, the record is crazy. Organically, we put it out, man. Shot up to the top of the iTunes charts, Spotify. I had my distribution company call me like, yo, what is going on? Like, we've never seen numbers like this. We charted the first week on Billboard Top 25. Like, he's like, people don't even buy music like this no more, but they're gravitating and buying it up. So it's a good thing. It's the first time me and Tip worked back together and collab in about 13 years. So it was just it's good energy, man. The record is for now, what's going on in the world, and it also wakes people up. So make sure as you listen to the record, listen to the lyrics. You know what I mean? The video's coming soon. It's gonna be crazy. And also, you know, I got my album coming out, Bad Brains Forever. The title Bad Brains Forever represents a punk rock band that started punk rock in the early 70s, and they're all black. A lot of people don't know the history that black men started punk rock music. But at the same time, of course, it got snatched from them, and they said, nah, you guys are over Afro-punk. To me, that's like starting Negro League baseball. You know what I mean? Now, true indeed, I wasn't a fan of punk rock music, but I met these brothers, and I was like, man, what is anything I can do? They said, we want our legacy to live on. You know, and I'm like, well, man, how can I help? They're like, can you turn our records hip-hop? I said, I don't know about that. But as I got the whole catalog, man, to me it was a challenge as a producer. So this whole album, I've literally taken little pieces of their original content and turned it into this hip-hop masterpiece. And I brought in the entire industry. So it's the biggest album in hip-hop, bro. I got over 60 of the biggest artists in the game infused in 14 tracks.
That's dope, man.
So, it's gonna be a game.
I appreciate you coming on Salt, man. It's been a long time waiting.
What's up?
When I wanna, just 2 lows round the corner. Wow. I just put the roof in the trunk so they looking out. KO did the beat so they motherfucking drippin' like. Gave you niggas sounds like a boss, so you drippin'. I ain't trippin', I just had to introduce you to the pimp. Let's go.